When the Iraqi army began to fall apart, we had no governance experts. All of the things that civil affairs was supposed to do, we did not have because of the decision made by Secretary Rumsfeld that we would go in with a very small force, overthrow Saddam, and by the end of August of 2003, we would leave. But what they weren't looking at was how the society had just collapsed. And we were supposed to take care of it. We were now responsible for setting up the schools, the hospitals, civil society, the government, the economy, everything. It's as if Iraq was now the 51st state of the United States. Civil affairs is a branch of the United States Army that provides the expertise to help take a conquered society and stand it back up again. It's when you see a society just fall apart internally that civil affairs becomes important. Civil affairs, though, had not come along with the changing nature of war, where it had to deal with collapsed societies. When it became apparent that we needed civil affairs units, we did have some with us from the reserves. They were undermanned and they were not prepared for the tasks at hand. This points to a larger problem the United States faces with the structure of its military, especially its army. The skills that we need for the future are in the reserve components, and the laws that govern how you can bring the reserve components onto active duty are archaic, to say the least. It's time-consuming to call them up. The lack of a civil affairs corps is still a major problem for the United States military. The wars of the future, at least what I see for the next 20 years, the conflicts we will be in will be insurgency-based conflicts. That will require this kind of skill set. This could be fixed if people would be interested in it, but there's no political will. When you start playing with the reserve components, you're playing with constituents who vote for members of Congress. If we don't have the interest of Congress in fixing this problem for calling up the reserves in the 21st century, we're going to continue this cycle of Iraq and Afghanistan ineptitude.